All right, this board is kicking my butt. Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on, but I can't get this stupid regulator to work. I did get a replacement regulator. It looks like the right one, so I put it all together. Put a socket where it used to be. Checked everything out. Put it on. Tested it. Still didn't work. Still wouldn't regulate. And then I said, okay, well, there must be something wrong with the circuit. So I'll test the chip out all by itself. So the chip is wired in a funny way in the circuit, but I'm going to test the chip all by itself. So I injected signals plus and minus right on the input and look for 12 volts on the output. And I wasn't getting anything. I had to bend the little leads out here so I could make contact, so nothing else in the circuit was in there. And anyway, it didn't work. So either I blew up the second chip when I got it, and that's a complete possibility, or the chip was bad to begin with, or the rest of the circuit that talks to the chip makes the chip not work right. So anyway, I've got two chips now, and I don't think either one works, and I'm just frustrated. So like I said before, I'm just going to redesign the entire power supply and put in 3-terminal regulators. Now, at first I thought, oh geez, I'm going to have to current boost them because that's what this did. It had a pass transistor to current boost it. And I don't think the 3-terminal regulator would be enough because I thought there was about 1.8 amps coming out of the supplies, but I think I way overestimated that. So if we take a look at the schematic, this is the pass transistor. So all of the current goes through the pass transistor and then goes through this 2.2, 2.2, so a 1.1 ohm resistor. So all the current goes through that 1.1 ohm resistor and then goes out. So this is a current monitor, and it relies on this 7179 to shut down if the current gets too big, right? So how does that circuit work? Well, according to the circuit, it's just 0.6 volt. It's a VBE drop, a base to emitter junction that. So anyway, what it is 0.6 volts. So if we have a calculator, we could put here. If we have 0.6 volts and we have 1.1 ohms, that's 0.5 amps. 0.545 amps, okay? And that's all. And then this thing will shut down. So if we only need half an amp, then a 3-terminal regulator is going to be just fine. So I'm going to throw away all of this stuff and replace it with a plus 12 volt regulator and a minus 12 volt regulator. And while I'm at it, I'm going to replace the 5 volt section too, because the 5 volt section is wonky. I don't like the design of the 5 volt section at all. It brings the unregulated 5 volts in, and there's a pass transistor, and then it has an op amp that monitors the voltage. And so the op amp relies on plus and minus 12 volts to operate, and then it's got a weird little current thing in here too. So I'm going to replace all that as well. So 1, 2, 3 regulators all be done, and at least get that working. And then once we get that working, we can worry about this section of the board over here, which is a funny section. So the way that the schematics are drawn, it basically ignores this, and this is the power supply section. And I've already rebuilt half of it already anyway, so we'll just put in the 3 regulators and be done with it. We will have to put this op amp back in. I put it in on a socket too. We'll have to put that back in because this part of the circuit uses that. And is it this part of the circuit or over here? No, I think it's still over. Here. There's a plus 55 and a plus 150. So plus 55 and plus 150 is generated down in this little section here too. So I'll make sure that transistor is okay, but that op amp needs to go back in. It is called out as a 4558. So I'm worried about the op amps because when this thing went open rail, if it went to 21 volts, then you had plus or minus 21 going across the op amp. So I'm not sure that op amp survived. And then if that didn't survive and the 5 volts went open loop and you had like 10 volts running through the system, it may be that the entire scope is burned out, right? Maybe that every op amp and every 5-volt circuit, like there's some 4066s in there. I don't know. I'm not sure if anything survived. So one step at a time. Let's do the power supply. All right, there we go. That is now a 7805, 7912, and a 7812. And I even have little test points here. So I have a plus 12, minus 12, plus 5 test points I can check. Here's all the baud wires I had to put in to make it work. A lot of cuts and jumps and stuff. Hope I didn't miss anything. I might have. It's really easy to do. And yeah, I think I'll replace this one just in good principles. It was a 4558 op amp, and I have some 4556 op amps, which is the same thing as a 4558 with just a higher output current, so that'll be fine. I'll put that in there. And yeah, so I think what we will do is we'll try to put this in the well, here, we can test it on the bench first. Let's do that. I'll test it with DC. Plus minus 20 going in. And hook up a DVM. We'll look on the plus 12 section here. And come over to the power supply. 20 and 20, so we're going to put in 20 volts. Let's turn that on. And we can come up here and we get 12 volts. 12 volts out on that test pin, and on this one we get minus 12. So we are in good shape. I think we will yeah, stick it on the machine, run AC through it, and see everything comes out okay. I want to make sure that we're not going to blow anything up. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just hook up just this one connector. The other connector has the 55 volts in the other one, so I'll just hook up J87, which is the one I'm probing right now. Let's see if it works. All right, here's the mainframe, and this is the AC going into the board. Let's see. I think it's okay if I jumper those. Let's see. So we will have. Yeah, let me insulate this so it doesn't hit against anything. There we go. Let's hook up a DVM. Put a voltmeter on the plus 12. And I think we were all set to go. So let's turn the power on. And let's go check. And we have plus 12. And we have minus 10. That's not good. And we have plus 5. That's good. How come we only have minus 10? Let's turn it off. Something's drawing power somewhere. It worked on the bench. How come it doesn't work here? That's really weird. Why is it not putting out? That doesn't make any sense. All right, well, I'm checking the non-regulated side of these things, and on the plus side I'm getting 24 volts, and on the negative side I'm only getting negative 16. So that ain't right. Why are we only getting negative 16 volts? Anyway, yeah, negative 16, that doesn't make any sense to me. On the bench it was working fine, but I didn't look at the current draw. Maybe the current draw on the negative side was really high, and the transformer can't output that much current, so it drooped down to 16. So yeah, we'll have to go back to the bench and see why this thing's doing what it's doing. But anyway, we got a 5-volt supply now, we got a plus 12-volt supply, and we got a SIC minus 12. But I think that's going to be a super easy thing to fix. So yeah, let's. That might be a solder bridge somewhere or something like that.